Let me go to Clayton, a first-time caller out of Jasper, Texas. Clayton, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. You're on the air.
Well, thank you, Jesse, for all that you do, okay?
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, well, just so everybody knows real quick, I was a Grand Cyclops of the Ku Klux Klan here in Texas. And I started listening to your show because somebody gave me the advice to, and I was like, why am I going to listen to some black guy show, you know? And I started listening, and I realized that you were right. Racism does not exist. For years, we have been telling people that we weren't racist.
Yeah.
We just didn't like bad behavior, Jesse.
Yep.
You know? And by seeing your show, we were like, well, wait, then we can't just be judging all blacks now because there's a black guy here that's talking about how racism don't exist and that how his anger was solved by dealing with parental issues.
Yeah.
And so now when we go out and we do our protests, at least our particular group, because we don't really affiliate with the other ones now because there's so much infiltration of the white groups, by the government. They arrest everybody for anything they can. Conspiracy this, conspiracy that. So we go out, and we don't go out yelling racial names and other intolerant stuff like that. We go out now, we hold signs saying, you need to talk to your daddy. You need to get right with your mama.
Yep.
We go out there and we tell them, we say, hey, look, you shouldn't be hating on us. In fact, I even tell my boys to watch your show now because I'm like, hey, you guys, sometimes you be hating on me when you shouldn't be hating on your daddy. Yeah, I'd get them to watch your show. And I so much appreciate being able to tell people that racism doesn't exist. And if they ask me, if they tell me I'm crazy, I might, look, just watch Jesse Lee Peterson for about a month, maybe 2 months at the most, and you might be convinced.
Well, I appreciate that, Clayton. I'm glad to hear this because we got to start telling the truth for our country to be united in the right way, to come together in the right way. And we can no longer go for this lie that is about race. It's not about race. It's right or wrong, good or evil. When you go out and protest, do you dress up in the Klan's outfits?
Well, without the mask, because unlike Antifa and those other ISIS supporting, the children of, what do you call it, the children of the devil, was it called, or the children of evil?
The children of the lie.
The children of the lie, that's it. The liberals, the Democrats,
yeah.
the Black Congressional Caucus, the Hispanic Caucus, all those left-wing groups.
Yeah.
They're the children of the lie. So we tell them, we don't go out there like the children of the lie. We show our faces, and we just say, hey, look, you guys, we let them know they can join us if they want. They can become honorary members now. They don't have to be white no more for our group. Hey, Jesse, you can be an honorary member for us. We'll send you a black robe and everything, because you are like, you are a god to us now. I'll tell you, not a literal god, a figurative. We look up to you. We think you're a great guy. You're the type of guy that it's easy to, obviously, you know how to get along with everybody. How do you do it, Jesse? It's amazing.
Well, what it is, Clayton, 29 years ago, God took the spirit of anger away from me. He caused me to forgive my mother who tried to turn me away from my father. And so when I forgave her and forgave my father for not being there, God forgave me and he just set me free. So inwardly, I can see now in a way I never was able to see before with that anger. And I don't have the spirit of anger at all. I have no anger. So I can see where people are coming from, and I don't take it personally because I know that they can't help it. I disagree. I speak up, but I just don't be angry about it.
That's amazing, Jesse. That's exactly here, too. I didn't even know it, Jesse. I was angry at my mama.
Yep.
for years.
Yep.
I had no clue until I started watching your show. My mom and dad, obviously old school Southerners. Born in the 30s, 40s,
Right.
all that.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little bit older. Like the Great White Hope president we got.
Yes.
And I remember my mama used to try to run a household.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, if Daddy was drinking a little too much, which a lot of them did. Because, their granddaddy fought in the Civil War. And
Yeah.
you fight in the Civil War, it's bloody and crazy, so they start drinking to deal with it, and that gets passed down. So fast forward, my daddy's drinking just like his daddy and granddaddy. So my mama tried to take control of the household, and she tried to be really controlling on all of us, especially the boys.
Yep.
You know what I mean, Jesse?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely.
Yeah, and so I had to, and my daddy died from alcohol, but I had to forgive him too, Jesse.
Yes.
I had no choice but to forgive him. I had to go to his gravesite, yes.
Amazing.
And I had to break down. I was crying, Jesse. I was crying as hard as I possibly could, because I knew all these years he didn't want to be that way, Jesse.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be that way. Circumstances in life pushed him in that direction, and he didn't know no better.
That's right.
There wasn't no Jesse Lee Peterson back then.
Did you forgive
there was
your
a Jesse Jackson?
Did you forgive your mother, Clayton?
Yes, absolutely. I forgive her too. It took a while, but I did it, Jesse.
Is she still
It took a while.
Is she still
I used
living?
to listen to Reverend Jackson, and I don't like that guy.
Is your mother still living?
Yeah, my mama's way old. She's about 85 or so, and so.
Hold on, Clayton. Hold on. Let me take a quick break. Back in a moment. Sela Cat gave super chat and said, "Call a woke. Take my money." Thank you, sir. I appreciate your donations, folks. I really do. So let me go quickly back to Clayton. Clayton, so you went to your mother and forgave her? Clayton? I think we lost him. James, see, did we lose Clayton? Let me go to Christian out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Christian, thanks
Hello?
for calling. You're on the air, sir.
Oh, hi. Hey, Jesse, I know you're still almost over. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
We spoke a few weeks ago, and you asked me to forgive my mother, and that's really impressed. It came out of nowhere, but wow, that was pretty wise. But I did, so I started getting into your stuff, and I heard that you don't think racism is real.
Right, but let me first ask, did you go and forgive your mother?
Yes, I did, actually.
So what happened?
Essentially, everything you said was eerily on point. That I basically had to. I realized that her own since she was my only influence, I realized that I didn't even know what I didn't know. I didn't know what I was missing out on. I didn't know what it meant to be a man and what masculinity was.
Yes.
And I had internalized a lot of her feminine traits and had held passive aggression towards her.
Yes.
And bitterness and a weird inability to become at peace, because women are always anxious. They're never, well, that sounds sexist, but you know.
But no, you're right. Don't say that sounds sexist. You're talking like the children of the lie. That's the truth.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I was like, I just realized that, ironically, me not able to forgive her is still being just like her, which is exactly what you said, which is crazy. I just, it's easier said than done. I can't necessarily say that there's not anything left in my body as a physical being that has, but as far as like me, my mind, I see no reason to be like, I understand it more, and I'm no longer upset by it.
So what did she say when you told her you're sorry for holding that against her?
I think honestly it was a little too intense for her. She feigned like she understood and was like, really apologetic, because she has guilt.
Yeah.
So she was like really apologetic and loving and hugged me and said thank you for saying that stuff.
But don't take the guilt. Don't take the guilt away from her. Let her feel the guilt so she can repent.
True.
I'm out of time. I'm so.
Views expressed by guests and callers on today's program may not necessarily represent the views of the station. For more information, call 1-800-411-BOND. That's 1-800-411-BOND. Or visit our website.